Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Shanice, and welcome to my channel called Shaniceology. Today, I'd like to make a video about um, what it's like being a Black woman, and this is my perspective based on the experiences I've had in my life, and I really want to share, um, you know, some of the things that I've had to experience, even as of recently, that just doesn't sit well with my spirit. So, um, I really am happy to be a Black woman. I love being a Black woman. I feel like I'm a beautiful Black woman. Um, I love my culture, my heritage. I love everything about being 100% Black. Um, I'm not trying to make this video to make like a colorist type of perspective, but I do feel like there's still people out there that feel like they're better than you because their skin tone is a different skin tone than you, whether it's lighter, darker. They just feel like they're more superior to you just because of the color of their skin. But I get it because society does treat people who look a certain way different than others. And I feel like as a Black woman, I've really had to be um, like settling for the bare minimum, settling for less, even when it comes to dating. I feel like even like I believe in Black love and I believe in, you know, having someone who can relate to you culturally, but I honestly feel like when it comes to dating, um, when I dealt with people outside of my race, they treated me so much better than the people who were my actual race. So my question is like, why is it that Black people get so much criticism and so much harsh treatment when um, we really have a lot of power within us? And we really, I don't want to say people are better than others, but we have like this instilled knowledge, we have this wisdom, we have this charisma, we have this spirit that can't be replicated. Yet, we get the most segregated, the most vindicated, um, majority of the negative things that happen in this world. Um, it's usually the Black people. There's a major percentage of Black people within that um, congregation or whatever. And I find it so sad because being Black is so amazing. Like we have we have our food is amazing, our music is amazing. We know how to roll our hips and twirl and twing and twang, and we know how to really throw a party, have a good time. you know, we think creatively, we have creative thoughts, we, braid hair, we do things that are, you know, naturally talented. And we just get so exploited for it. We get exploited for our gifts, we get exploited for our crafts. Um, at the end of the day, we all are human beings on this earth. And we come here on whatever mission we're supposed to be a part of during the time that we live on this earth. But it just baffles me that even though you know, we all have blood in our streams of in our veins, we all breathe the same air, we all, you know, we're human, we're all existing, yet because of the color of our skin, we are made to feel like you don't deserve certain luxuries in life because of who you are and where you come from. And why is that um such a big deal when it comes to how we manage in this world? Like, I feel like there needs to be, more attention paid to minorities, not just Black people, but like, why does everyone have to give most of us a hard time just because of where we're from, when this world is here for all of us to enjoy, all of us to find our place in this world and do the things that we love, and make the world a better place in our own right. I just find it very like the stigma, um it's very it's so sad for people like myself who are Black and you know don't really get the same treatment as someone of another race. It's like, what if I'm more qualified for something than this other person is, yet you don't trust me because of where you think I come from? Or um I'm making this video because I feel like I try to open up my life and, put myself out there to be friends with people, but they may not be saying things to me directly, but just if you read between the lines of things, um, let's say like a light skinned person, for example, they don't see themselves as Black. They express their white side and their privileged side more than the Black side, being a mixed person. And um, I just don't understand why we can't be proud of the Blackness that we have, be proud of our culture, our heritage, our values, our morals, the way that we've been raised. Um, I know this world, like when you're growing and you're evolving, it's very important to be mindful of the transitions that you make and the changes that you make and the decisions that you make. And I've had to really be mindful of the decisions that I've been making in my life and reconsidering my path. But some people are born with more than others. Some people have, more opportunities to excel in life because of their upbringing, to excel because of you know, their status and, you know, how they find themselves in society. And when you're not born with a gold spoon in your mouth, as they would say, it's really hard when um, the people who have the help excel and you are not excelling because you don't have the same kind of opportunities. um, I'll say this for myself. Even though I don't have my mom or my father, and I haven't really had them since I was very young, um, I still try to work on myself and work on my goals and do the things that, bring me joy, bring me fulfillment, make me feel like, I belong in this world. And I never look at other people who have more or have less and base my judgment on them based on how they look, you know? Never that. I always try to get to know people, get to know their heart, get to know their values, their morals, their goals, their aspirations in life. And in any way that I can advise them on their journey, I do. And if I can't, I can't. Possibly it means that they're already on the right track. And I believe in people so much that, I really want the best for them. I want people to, be the best versions of themselves every day. But you can want something for someone and they don't really want it for themselves. They want to just stay stagnant. And I feel for a long time I've been stagnant because I've been, allowing myself to not be comfortable with my situation, and when I look at myself and my environment, I just want to be best off. I just want to do what's right and what's best for me. And sorry about that. My daughter came in. I just want to say, like, don't let anyone get in the way of your goals. It doesn't matter if they're doing better off than you. It doesn't even matter if they're the same age as you and they're doing better than you. You don't know what it took for them to get there, and they don't know what it takes for you to be the person that you are today. So, with that being said, it's very important to be mindful of your own situation. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about yourself, whether it's your race, your age, your demographic, where you live, anything. Because even the people who live on the street can make it one day. They can be successful one day. You could be going to their establishment and asking for a job one day. So, with that being said, I'm not here to tear anyone's successes down or, the things that they've done in their lives to make their lives better. Everyone deserves to have a fighting chance in this life. Everyone deserves to, reach their goals and accomplish things that they've set out for themselves every single day. And um, I just don't want you to feel discouraged on your path, even though sometimes it may feel like the world is against you, the odds are against you. Um, it doesn't matter. You're still strong and you can still fight the hardest fight in your life and come out at the top one day. You can make it, you can make your life so good that, just creating the boundaries that you have, it can allow for you to have a better lifestyle for you and your family. It can make you feel more stabilized in your situation. I know I'm probably going all over the place right now, but I just want to say, I love who I am. I love being a Black woman. I love that I have a Black child, and no one's going to ever be able to shame me for that. Um, I didn't choose to come into this world and be who I am, but I'm grateful that God created me this way because I'm such a strong person. I'm such a strong individual mentally, physically, emotionally. I've really been working on myself, and, you know, back then when I was being called crazy, I can look back now and laugh at it and say, you know what? I'm not crazy for building boundaries for myself. I'm not crazy for, letting you know that you crossed the line. I'm not crazy for defending myself when there's wrongs done against me. Like, we all have, our ups and downs in life, and no one's better than the other person just because their situation might seem better. Because I bet you, even though they might have all the things that they have, they're probably still struggling with a lot of things that they don't speak about because they want to put on the show. And for me, I don't need to put on any shows. I'm genuinely who I am. My emotions go up and down. Um, my life is not always perfect, and I still take it with, you know, gratitude, because all of this can be gone tomorrow. And then what do I do? So I need to just be grateful for what I have. And I advise anyone watching this video to always stay grateful, because God is always going to bless you with more when you're grateful for the things that you already have, the goals that you've already accomplished, and putting them to use in the ways that you feel works for you. So with that being said, thank you for tuning into my video. Um, I appreciate, the patience. I've had to kind of navigate my life differently for a minute, and, time has been of the essence really for me. But that's not an excuse for me to not come on here and, continue to inspire you guys to be the best versions of yourself. Um, Life comes with complications, and there's usually a solution if we try to find it. So, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.